Um, so that's good that you feel comfortable where you're at and that you feel like you're actually where you're supposed to be. Um, so after recruitment, where does Greek life, sorority life, where does that go? Like what else, I guess, do you
What else?
do?
Well, we're really big in our philanthropies. And so mine is like my philanthropy for my sorority is domestic violence awareness. So we basically hold a bunch of events that people can come to. Like we're fixing to have a fall festival coming up next week and having a percentage night at a little boutique in Knoxville. So basically just showing up to those and being present, kind of, giving your all. We have a lot of meetings that we go to. I'm at the house probably 4 out of 5 school days within the week. Yeah, for significant periods of time. I'm there for 3 hours at a time. I think 3 of those days, and then the first day is just like an hour and a half. But then I actually have to go on Sunday nights most of the time too for that hour-long meeting. So it's definitely time-consuming, and I think that gets a little stressful because there's so much I need to be doing, like school, and sometimes I don't want to leave my house if I'm coming home for the weekend. And I want to see my parents, and knowing I have to go back. That can get a little stressful, but it's all worth it. So I think you really get out of it what you put into it. Really is the thing. So that's why I just try to go into meetings or philanthropy events or whatever with the best attitude. But sometimes it does get a little hard. I think that might be what's causing my stress a little bit. So.
Okay. So yeah, how you just described it, there is a lot going on with sorority life with the meetings and events that you guys have planned. Do you think a part of it, or a part of the stress that you're feeling from this, is just like getting used to it? Maybe like a part of it is getting used to having to balance schoolwork with all of these events, because it seems like there are a lot of people that do what you do at the at the school with sorority and being in school and stuff like that. So it's not impossible by any means. It's just one of those things where you kind of got it's new. It's new, which can be a good feeling. Can also be a scary feeling anytime something's new or we don't really know what's up ahead. It can be kind of scary, and I can see why you could be stressed with that. But so you've got sorority, and you're living in a new place, but you also, you're there to go to school. How's that been? Like, how are your classes? What are some of the different things what are some of the different classes you're taking? How has that been just this is your first semester?
Well, it's very hard, first of all. I was never the one to struggle in school. From kindergarten all the way up until my senior year. I just kind of flew by school. Didn't really have to study much. Didn't really think about it a whole lot. Definitely wasn't my first priority, but it didn't have to be because I made good grades. Right. So it was just, it was just there. It's something I had to do. It's a big adjustment going from high school that I just kind of, would sail on by through. Going to college, it's rough because you actually have to study and you have to pay attention, and homework is no joke. It's a lot. I think, I get a lot of pressure put on me from myself. Just because I want to do so much in life, and everything I want to do, unfortunately, requires a degree. So, I have to, not only pass in school, but I have to make good grades because I'm not just in school to get an undergrad degree. I'm wanting to go to law school. So it's tough when a lot of the people around me are literally just there for the 4 years, so they can do all their schoolwork, but they can also have fun. They don't really have to worry about it. As long as they pass, they're okay. And that's not me. I need to pass, but I need to make that A or I need to make that B because law schools are going to be looking at my GPA. So
right,
it's rough.
Right. So obviously, you're at a university. There's homework that has to be done. It's not just hard in the classroom. And with homework and all of these, you said you're at the sorority house 4 or 5 nights a week for extended periods of time. How do you balance that? How do you go about dealing with, because you still have to do well in class, like you said, because you do hold yourself to such a high standard. So how does a day go for you? Take me through a day where you have to go to class and then find time to eat and go to the sorority house and then still do homework?
Yeah, I would usually, a typical like Monday for me is wake up, obviously, go to class. I have an 8 a.m. every single day, so trying to get enough sleep to get up to that 8 a.m. is kind of hard work. But I get up, I go. My first class is only about 50 minutes long, so I come back. I'm over with it at around 9. I get back. I usually would take my break time to do homework, but unfortunately, where I don't get enough sleep the night before, I usually end up taking a nap because, like, it's really sad, but, like, sleep is something that, like, I think all college students crave because we don't get enough of it. So I usually take a nap because I don't have another class until 12:20. Go to that class. I have about an hour break, and that's when I usually either go to the library or the student union and eat for probably the first time in that day and start on some homework. And then after that, I go to my third class, which is also about an hour long. And then I come back to my dorm, maybe a couple hours. I usually try to fit in some.
What time is this?
This is about 3:20 now.
Okay.
So I'm already like almost halfway through my day. And then in a break, if I have one before I need to get to the chapter house to do whatever I need to do that night, I usually fit in some homework, maybe try to eat again right before I leave, try to go to the T-Rex Center to either run or do something, just to, and then I'm off to the house, and that's our new member meeting. So I have that for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and go home and then try to complete my homework. That's good.
So you're back to the dorm at?
I would say on Monday nights, I'm back to the dorm probably around like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
And to do homework.
Yeah, and a lot of it's due like at 11:59. So I finished a lot of homework about like 4 or 5 minutes like before it's due. So
there's definitely some stressful activities there. Obviously, like that's going to cause stress, but so a lot going on, and that's a typical day for you. Yeah, so you definitely have a lot going on. And then on top of all that, I mean, you're still young, you're 18 years old. Do you still have a social life? Because it sounds like you don't. Do you still?
I don't really have time for one. And I think it's hard because a lot of like my old friends or my family or whatever, people that I was close with before school kind of expect me to have all this time to, whether it's run back home for a little while, to visit family or, hang out with my friends in Knoxville or do whatever. I make time for them because that's important to me, but it's almost like, I don't want to say inconvenient because it's something I want to do, but I literally have no time for it. And I think it's hard for a lot of people to understand that when I say, like, I literally just don't have time. But, like, talking to you, like, I don't have time. So, it's stressful when you can't sit down and explain, like this to everyone, like, hey, this is what I do throughout the day. Like, I literally do not have time to, blow an hour on dinner or something, because I'm constantly running. But I've tried to maintain, I've made up a lot of friends in my sorority, so they all understand, obviously, what I'm going through because they're all doing the same thing. So, when I joined Alpha Chi, it was kind of like getting, 200 more best friends that, know what you're going through. So I think, honestly, that's kind of what makes, part of our bond so close is because we're on the same boat.
So you do have people that know kind of what you're going through and kind of are feeling the same stress that you are. So does that, so I guess that can make it a little bit easier on you. Because obviously, especially being a first semester in college, it is hard. It is very stressful, especially with all the extracurriculars that you've got going on that we've talked about today. But aside from your friends that you've made in the sorority, have you had other people like there for you, or other people that you can turn to and like kind of confide in during this time, or when you're really stressed out in certain occasions? Have you had?
I call my mom a lot, and that's and most of the time I call her and probably just cry half the time not because I'm upset over anything, but just because I'm just stressed and I need to get it all out. But my friends, I have a best friend at home who doesn't go to my same school, but I think that helps a lot because she's she's not quite as busy, and she doesn't fully understand what I'm doing, but she has the time to listen to me. And when I do come home, I always enjoy seeing her and stuff. So yeah, and of course, keeping my faith up is really tough, because I always, I know Christ is there to listen to me, when God's he'll always listen when I need him, but it's tough because it's easier to talk to someone one-on-one, face-to-face, or text someone. So I know that that's something I should do more, and rely on him, because it's all in his control. He knows what he's doing. But yeah, it's just difficult sometimes, especially being in school and so busy. I don't always take time for him, but I know I need to, because he is the person I should confide in most.
Absolutely. I really like that you said that, and that you know that. And one thing, as I kind of move into making goals as we move ahead, and as we continue to talk more about you being so stressed out, and more about this new world that you're living in, essentially, is your faith, and kind of grasping this concept and taking this vision that this is still the most important aspect of it, and trusting in God to relieve you of that stress, and still being able to make time for him every day, which is easier said than done. It's I'm me in a counseling, working in the church. I can still say that it's still tough, even we don't have it together. But as far as we'll make some goals here, definitely time management. Managing your time is will be one of the hardest things to do, but you will see, if you manage your time properly, that some of the stress will go away, and things will start to be oh, maybe I do have a little more time for free time, essentially. So to close out this session, I wanted to give you this sheet right here, and what this is here. You can look at it while I explain it to you. This is, as you can see, it's a grid it's a schedule, and it's got Sunday to Saturday. It's got a 7-day week, and I think you've got 4 or 5 there, but it's got time slots from every 30-minute intervals. And what I just want your homework, I guess, for the next time that we meet will be to fill that out and practice going through that. So fill everything you have throughout the day, and I'm talking put your class schedule in there, your sorority meetings, your time that you're going to be eating lunch, and then start fitting in some homework time, a couple hours for this class, 30 minutes for this class, just here and there, working your sleep, working some, and then you will see it unfold in front of you, that you will have some free time. So I just want that to do that this week, but I will pray for you, and then we'll be done for this week, and then we'll see you next week.
Okay.
God, thank you for this time to kind of decompress through the life of a college student. It can be stressful at times, especially being a freshman. God, I ask that you be with Cassidy. She's going through a lot of change. She's going through a lot of new things. And it can be scary, and it can be very stressful, God. But God, I just pray that she runs to you, and that she seeks you through it all, and that you just guide her through this time.